Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're about to get underway in towards map number 1. It's Lynn Vision's pick of Ancient. And, well, as we were saying, Alan, I think this is a bit of a risky pick. I mean, for Lynn Vision, I'm hoping they've got some idea up their sleeve of how they're going to counter RAkaze because they're pretty good on this map.
Look at this pistol. Look at this pistol. What's going on?
Oh, no.
There's 10 players in 10 square meters. Okay, interesting. We're at about a 5 stacking B. I watched a lot of Counter-Strike, and this is right up there, diving their way into Jaguar and Mercury, picking up where he left off yesterday. All 5 kills coming from the dual Predators. And RARADAM, I don't know, we need to get on back stocks. How do they know to stack B?
Yeah. I mean, also as well for Lynn Vision, I mean, what's the decision there? I mean, no utility, just flying in towards excavation. I mean, it was only ever going to go one way. I mean, credit to Starry for even somehow getting a kill in that situation. Lynn Vision, that's a brutal pistol round. I mean, he's coming in towards the next. They're going to have, well, absolutely nothing to bring to the table. And a pretty comfortable full buy. Mercury, M4, and Advent's more than happy to just stick with the Julies.
I mean, that had to have been prep, that pistol. 5 stacking a bomb site is crazy.
Yeah.
They go A, you've given up everything. And that's what they're doing on this round. Just the Glocks really in the mix. Couple PD fiddies. And a bomb plant here would be amazing. And they actually get it. I'm impressed. There's a wide plant. Fortunate nobody was facing from CT, and you know they're going to get massacred here. They're not going to stay alive, but the bomb plant is good, and their buy in the next is going to be perfectly good from here.
Yeah, exactly. No investment towards this round, so for Envision, RAkaze to come out, no problems asked. I mean, the question for me is actually what does Advent do coming towards the next round? Does he go for some sort of a weird janky buy? I mean, he's only got Julies to work with, or do they just play fully as a bonus? I mean, pretty comfortable. Credit to them getting that bomb down. It does give them some stability in terms of the economy. And now this is where we get to look at the likes of, you know, players like your Starries, like your Nellies, who on a rifle are, you know, a bit of a fiend. We'll have to wait and see. But for Lynn Vision, what was a bad start, they've set themselves up quite nicely into round number 3. And on the T side of Ancient, the most CT-sided map in the pool, if they can kickstart a bit of momentum, get a few rounds under their belt, that would be huge.
Yeah, this is the other angle of picking into Ancient against a team that's proficient, is you just handed them a CT start.
Mm-hmm.
It's absolutely an uphill battle. And we saw yesterday where Adam have no issues on the CT side of this map. Mercury playing around this Jaguar area is so confident. He takes so many good fights. Lurking around hoping for a boost. Nobody there. For the moment, Lynn Vision slow stuff. Just trying to default. Bit of damage in towards mid. But no frags just yet.
Yeah, pretty slow. Mercury showing a little bit of presence and just falling back off it. He doesn't really need to be too overzealous there. Got a bit of a stack over towards B. Bit of U2 as well, nice time for that presence, but a re-smoke in. Minute on the clock, Lynn Vision. Decisions to be made, but where do they go? I mean, they're kind of already smoked out of Jaguar, so for them, trying to get an aggressive B hold is going to be tough, but this could work well. Zach is holding.
Oh, good flash. Good flash. Immediately removes that angle. Mercury, it's happening again, isn't it? It's happening again, already up to 5 frags. Making his mark on the server. Lynn Vision trying to just isolate Jules to make this somewhat a doable scenario. Mercury is a little bit taken down. Doesn't need to get fragged. It's a good kill from Starry, but there's so much work to be done. This player's low though, Jannon's really low. 2v2 now. Bomb dropped outside of the beat. RARADAM players are isolated. Oh, it looked doable for a second.
It did.
But anyway, Nelly, 1-on-2. Tricky from here.
I don't think they saw the bomb earlier. That's the only thing for me or RARADAM. They got the double kill off the back of Mercury. I mean, no doubts there, of course, as him who steps up, but they didn't see the bomb tucked around the corner, so there is space to work with. SoundQ heard potentially swing off the back of it. Now definitely spots in 7 seconds. Has to stick. Doesn't have time. He's playing with it. Can't think around either way. Can he get a kill for his likes? Yes. It's a consolation, but it's only that. And the save, of course, means for Nelly. Yes, got the AK to work with. No money in towards the next. I mean, a bomb plant will give some sort of a buy if Lynn Vision want to go for a force, but I think that's extremely risky, to be perfectly honest. Maybe stick around the 2K mark, play off the back of a hero AK and fully reset their economy, but try it again. In this position on site, Advent, just buying time, dancing around the pillar, and it works wonders. I'm seeing exactly like that. He's just going to buy into pistols.
Yeah, it was only a 3-on-5 though, that round. I'm almost impressed he got that close.
True.
I think a few... there's a little bit disjointed from Adam. You shouldn't leave Mercury on his own on the bomb site. That HP, just play retake. Super safe. Regardless, going into this one, by virtue of the save, we're kind of looking at a hero AK buy. We're looking at Nelly. Can he find an opportunity? He's over towards the A main position. Facing up against RAkaze. Yeah, Nelly, you need to find a frag to open this round up. Is all we've got.
Jamyung elevated. I don't think he spotted Starry. That Deagle in his hands needs to find some, well, a bit of magic. Full buy for them, just a hero AK for Lynn Vision. They're doubling back, in fact. It's looking like it might be tempted to pick up that bomb and maybe take a bit of mid-aggression or even a full rotate towards B. You can even see WestmeloN's got a pretty aggressive angle himself. He's got a bit of room to work with. And yes, they are always going to go for a mid-take.
Still got WestmeloN. He's working in towards B, so it looks like it's going to be ending in this direction. Advin's going to block the bottom. Ooh, is there a gap in the smoke? Got a good one way over the top. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Head removed. Entry found, and now Mercury under so much pressure. WestmeloN's working his way up. What a chain of entries. And RARADAM, God, they need to stabilize fast, and now that's not going to happen. What a sequence. Time to save, boys, because there's no way you're retaking this one.
Yeah, and they've got no long-term economy at all. I mean, cars they cannot afford for that AWP to fall. At least going in towards the next, potentially Jamyung can drop himself over like a FAMAS to one of the others, and maybe they might have a little bit of money off the back of Mosaic, but it's going to be a really janky buy-in towards the next. I think if you're RARADAM in this position, you've just lost the round, your economy's in tatters, I think go for a full buy here, right? Just completely reset it, go for a force. We saw them do it a lot yesterday on towards Nuke as well, so I think it's kind of part and parcel with their play style. Will they do it? We'll have to wait and see, but yeah, early save could be made here by Jamyung and RAkaze, and credit to the Pistols, making that extremely competitive when it never should have been. Expro still have a little sniff around as well. He might get a bit of fortune. Is he being held? RAkaze is, fortunately for him. Timing. Easy pick. Expro will fall. So a consolation kill, but it is only a consolation kill. Great first round for Lynn Vision, and off the back of one hero AK.
Pretty amazing stuff. What a Deagle entry as well from the Lynn Vision player and Expro. That was amazing. WestmeloN there scales up with that M4 on the ground, gets a second, and that's it. The round's wide open. RARADAM can't rotate in time, so potentially a little overzealous from them to seek out so many duels, but nonetheless, got to look at Lynn Vision and say great shots, great connections to make that work. And that feels like a bit of a lifeline when at the start of this one they lost a couple gun rounds. It wasn't looking amazing, but the Pistols to put them right back in play, and now we're looking at RARADAM and saying if you lose this round, you've got no cash in reserve, you're in trouble.
RAkaze pixel peeking, forced off the angle by a smoke as well, and now it leaves them in a little bit of a precarious spot. They've lost that mid control. Same thing that happened last round, and we, of course, know how that one ended up. For Lynn Vision, they're more than happy just to play the clock for a little bit. Towards Donut. RAkaze peeking in front of the Molotov, but he doesn't know that two players have crossed.
Oh, no. At least he gets the information. Peeks back in for the frag. What a flashbang. That is perfect. Wow. All the stopping power has gone from this split from Lynn Vision. Two players trapped in towards Donut. They might even be already considering a save because how on earth do you get out of here? Mosaic already posted up, and I think we're right back on schedule. RARADAM make one mistake, lose a couple frags to a force buy, and they're right back at it. 5 players alive. They didn't skip a beat.
No, Mosai's had a great round there. This flash from him is fantastic. It gives Jamyung 2 freebies. And then, of course, he gets himself one more as well, just to really hit that nail in the coffin in that round. Lynn Vision, what was looking like potentially the start of some success on their T side, instantly thrown back in their face. And credit to RARADAM on a force buy as well, and a pretty janky one at that. They've made some success work, and it's now led them to be in a pretty comfortable spot, win this round. Not only did they go 5-1 up, but they break that economy of Lynn Vision and should more or less confirm themselves up to kind of 6-7 rounds without a response.
Couple missed mollies there from RARADAM will allow this default to come off. Mosaic might think it's been mollied, but it hasn't. Still wins the duel. Plays boosted. He's looking for it. Must have spotted the player on top. And Lynn Vision, they're trying to trade, but they're losing so many numbers. There's a player tucked in the cubby, Jamyung. There's no teammates nearby. He could dearly use a flashbang coming over from A, but it doesn't make its way over. So 3-on-3 and lots of mid control now for Lynn Vision.
RAkaze, great shot despite being flashbanged, but Advent not exactly pretty from him. Just walks straight towards Zach, and now 2 players at top mid. They do have the ability if they wanted to wrap either way. It's a question of how aggressive the RARADAM want to play this. RAkaze sneaking his way forward, but he gets dropped by Zach, and now that's A site completely open.
I've seen a Mercury clutch. I most certainly have seen a Mercury clutch. Plenty of kits are dotted around. As Mercury still feels like they're going to be in towards mid. But the repositions come in. It's going to be B instead. That bomb is all the way out in towards T-spawn. That would need to be recovered, and actually time is becoming a little bit of a factor. But Mercury, as we're looking at the moment, he's guessing the right way. And if Mercury can get good fights, you would not count him out.
Zaka other ideas, though. Great round from him. All 5 kills from Zaka as well. On a 4-by both ways. What a performance and what a step up from him. He had no kills previous to that round, and he's found an ace. Stunning stuff. Lynn Vision to a second. That's really put a spanner in the works over towards RAkaze. They've got some money to work with, but it's not great. I think even probably a bit of a half buy here is only the best they can muster up. I think a full buy would be extremely risky. I've only got 2.6k. He's not going to bring anything too formidable to the next round, and Mosea's not exactly much better either. Maybe sticking on that 2k mark and a couple of upgraded pistols, maybe a FAMAS, an MP9 to make it somewhat doable. But I think fully investing for RAkaze could be, it could come back to shoot them in the foot a little bit because their economy will be shattered and Lynn Vision hot on their tails.
I think they need a discussion about what actually went wrong on the last round because Jam Young for so long was just stuck in mid on his own in towards logs. And there was a player on A that could have flashed over the top and at least made it doable. Or maybe someone could have come off B in that time. It just looked a little bit... there was no real reaction to seeing so much presence in mid from Lynn Vision. And they paid the price. They lost too much map control, and that was the problem. And Jam Young could never get a good fight once he was stuck in logs. So, I mean, a bit of a talk, that would have been nice. And indeed, 4 comes in, a couple MP9s in the mix. 3 starting in towards mid, plenty of utilities. They don't want to allow players out there this time. But it's actually B, and Lynn Vision have 5 here in attendance. This is going to be explosive.
It is. This is going to be dicey. Swinging forward. Westman's not cleared it. In towards Cave. He's more than happy just to swing out. That Molotov gives him some security over Cubby. They're going to go for that standard plan. This is going to be a really tough retake for RAkaze.
Ooh, good flash. Good flash. Starry, though, ready and waiting. Collects those players. He wasn't blinded up. And now this is looking much more troublesome. RAkaze might even start considering the save, but they're not going to make it out. Zaka's already looped in behind. 2 easy frags. Good recovery. Great round from Lynn Vision. Good change of pace as well after so many slow defaults. Just explode up B, and suddenly this game is really reversed, being a bit of a roller coaster already. And RAkaze, they've got no money. They've got to save. Lynn Vision starting to show some of their prowess on the T side.
This is, we were saying, how are things going to pan out for Lynn Vision? They're picking into this map, which we know is pretty strong for RAkaze. They've got to have something up their sleeve, and now we're starting to see it. Individuals really stepping up. Zaka as well continues to impress. 7 kills for him off the back of the ace. Star already consistent. Star will be tested, and he'll come up with nothing. Mercury, great opener. Off the pistol, surely not an eco.
Surely not. And indeed, this man coming in from behind seals the deal. Looking good for him. And it's just Kaze, so shouldn't expect too much more out of this one. Lynn Vision, bit of a scare. Keeping that one clean up against the mid fights. And indeed, looking forwards, looking a little bit improved. Lynn Vision, of course, we questioned the agent pick just from the angle of Adam looked so comfortable yesterday, but they're really starting to get their teeth into this T side, and I've enjoyed the variety of calls so far. They've given us a lot of different looks, and that's made it hard for Adam just to, even read where to play into.
Oh, I agree. Lynn Vision looking very decent on their T side. A lot of sides struggle to find consistency on T side Ancient, and I credit to them right now. Lynn Vision, this is exactly what we had hoped from, arguably, I guess the princes of Asian Counter-Strike, right? They're coming up against the king, they can't miss. And right now they're not. I mean, of course, Starry had a bit of a struggle to open up this round, but for the rest of them, stepping up when needed to. WestmeloN a couple for him, 2 for Nelly as well. I'm interested to see how Nelly will pan out. How will he continue to find success? Kaze tucked into towards Cubby and be seen off very easily. 4 remain alive. Only 1 casualty as it's all tied square. And now, of course, a full response to come from RAkaze. That was just an eco into that previous round. If they don't convert this, they then get stuck into that extremely brutal and harsh cycle where it's full buy-in, failure to convert, back to an eco, rinse and repeat. Lynn Vision just pull away with their T side.
Here we go then. I think I'm right in saying as well there's no AWP on Kaze yet, or at least maybe 1 round. That hasn't really been a factor. That hasn't really been a factor.
Once.
I had a feeling very early on because I remember him posting up on A, but certainly in recent gun rounds, it's not been a resource at their availability.
Yes, yeah.
And we know how potent he can be, so that's been a factor. Economy is never truly built up for Adam in the recent rounds. And again, Lynn Vision keep these rounds simple. They love just hitting a bomb site. This time it's going to be an A execute. Smoke's flying in, nades raining over, and Kaze, it's a cheeky angle, but the flash is so effective. players now scaling in. I don't know how you get back in to get good fights. RAkaze is just being pushed back by the utility. That was perfect.
And probably a save call here. I mean, if they can, I don't think they realize they're getting flanked. Or maybe they have a slight inkling. But for Mercury and Advent, I don't think they should go for this. Or even kind of test the waters unless they find a really early opening kill. 2 versus 4. Yeah, they're falling away. Keep on to what they've got. Lynn Vision, man, they are looking really solid right now. It was a bit of a choppy start. But they've seriously stepped up in these last kind of 4 or 5 rounds where we're seeing them be competitive. And even when they lose rounds as well, they make it so expensive. Hence why we're having these conversations about RAkaze having this sort of inability to pick himself up into an AWP. 5-4 T-side. And, you know, to be fair, a lot of teams, they'd be more than happy with 5 rounds on T-side Ancients. It's already very decent.
Especially considering we're on such a good start. They're 1 pistol. It's just these standard site executors from Lynn Vision are just working perfectly. They're just able to scale up so well with the nades. The flashes have been on point to not allow any good fights, any good resistance. So credit to them. Some good dry runs once they've gone into those. And if you're in the RARADAM camp, you need to start having these discussions of, do we need to change something up? Can we just keep sitting back and letting them execute into us? Do we need to get proactive and not allow this? Do we need to play retake on the sites and not allow them to kill us on the way in? These are the things they need to ask themselves right now, because as we've just seen in the last few, they're not holding these bomb sites when Lynn Vision come with numbers.
No, not at all. I mean, they really struggle. And how do RARADAM counter? I think one decent way that could work for them is a little bit more aggression. Speaking of, there it is. Aggression, get information off the back, but try and find yet one more kill. Advent, that is huge. He goes with a lifeline here. Will he fall away? The answer is no. Just trade it out. But even still, an opening double, that's changed the tide a little bit.
Bomb is so far off. Just smoking mid now is Westmelon. He needs to get onto the site with these 2 guys. RAkaze, somebody help. Oh, dance around the box. Insta-dink. Wow. Backs out of dodge. Doesn't want to take too many more fights. And now the rotator coming. This is scary stuff. A bomb side Ancient is far from an easy plan. Westmelon goes wide. Luckily, there's nobody in towards Donut that can capitalize. And now they're going to set up for this after part. Westmelon winning these duels. Such low HP. Traded in the end. Mercury, man of the hour. No kits in play. This is a tough situation. Smokes are still up. Nelly playing up close to that one. In towards CT. Mercury was looking the wrong way. Not like this. Not like this. And Nelly says no. Wow. What an attempt from RARADAM. And thank God from Lynn Vision's perspective that Nelly could bail them out.
Jesus, credit to Advent as well, stepping up. Just as I was saying, I think the thing that RARADAM maybe need to prioritize a little bit coming towards the next few rounds is just being a bit aggressive, right? Taking map control and actively denying them free passageway in towards site. And Advent does exactly that. Maybe ever so slightly, you know, fluffs his lines instead of just trying to fall away through the smoke and he gets spammed. Maybe it might have been worth, you know, taking a 3rd fight and even doing a bit of damage. But hey, 2 kills, no complaints. And better once again, Jam Young taking aggressive mid control, denying them that ability to split.
Here we go again, another site hit. Why not? Why fix what isn't broken? This time though, RAkaze is in the right place at the right time. Flashbang, milliseconds too late. And he capitalizes, still dancing around the pillar. Nelly somehow has found his way into the back lines, and now RAkaze is surrounded from 3 angles. Somehow still finds a 2nd kill. That is astonishing as Jam Young rotates in. Bomb, they'd love to plant it, but it's difficult when Mercury is still in towards the cave area. Tucks himself in behind the box, and indeed that bomb's going to get planted. But from here, oh, it's going to be so tricky to isolate good fights. Mercury takes a little bit of a duel with Starry, but now the game's up. RARADAM know exactly where these players are.
This is tough. Double stacking towards Jaguar, making their way through, and for Mercury as well. Doesn't even need to be too aggressive right now. Time is ticking, but they've got kits to work with.
Whoa.
And I'll open it up. A spam coming through that works wonders. That's a great retake. No casualties on that retake. Jammer makes a double. 1 for Advent. Just like that, RARADAM go within reaching distance. 6-5. And for Lynn Vision, that was their best opportunity to, you know, take on the round, pull away, and more or less confirm this T-side being a dominant force. But other ideas for RARADAM, I still got some fight left in them.
What a spam. What a spam at the end. I guess they knew that the players, there was at least a player, probably both, to the right side of the bomb site, as in on the pillar side, not into back lanes. And they came in from the B catwalk area, so they knew they hadn't fallen back. So 1 + 1 = 2. They had to be a ninja, and a cheeky spam, that's going to be That's going to be painful if you're on the Lynn Vision side. Not to feel like you even had a duel. Xhaka is a madman. He's cooking. Gets out of dodge. Whoa, that was aggressive. That was very aggressive.
Westman surely doesn't push this smoke here. No. We'll just play the safe angle in towards mid. Once again, they've lost control of mid, which will be a bit of a thorn in the side. A lot of reliance on RAkaze in towards Donut, but even getting out a kill and getting out is going to be so difficult. Flashes come through. Won't quite catch him. He's going to try and take a fight here. And Mosaic will spot them, so RAkaze can post up.
Ooh, RAkaze.
Wow.
Whoa. It's a left eye peek, but even so, when you got the AWP in hand, you expect to win those sort of duels. Mosaic posted up on the angle, takes the off angle, gets a kill. Mercury, of course, he's activated. He sees all the presence in mid. He hears everything in Dota, and he says, there's nobody around me. I can push through. I can take some fights, and this round is falling apart. Advent doesn't expect a player to still be in the mid window towards the red room, but now the game is up. They know where Starry is. They have bomb as well, and now they're just playing off each other. Mosaic can take contact, Mercury can peek, and I don't see how Starry can win this. He has to somehow isolate a duel. Not being presented at the moment. Trying to clear through the angles, but look how passive these rare Adam players are. Mosaic goes down, and actually the trade is found. Mercury peeks out in the end. They got scary for a second, but if there's one man you want to leave it on, it's going to be Mercury.
Of course, stepping up 11-6 as well. We're starting to rekindle that flame that we saw yesterday. Netted him 34 kills, and we were saying this guy is an absolute animal. Of course, someone needs to step up to challenge. Xhaka's been on a bit of a rampage himself. 10 kills, not looking too shabby. I haven't really seen Starry be as dominant as he usually is. I think, probably that credit that we were saying about for RAkaze. They've got a game plan of how to deny him and how to stop him from being overly expressive. So far seems to be working. In towards me. Great nades coming through, great opener.
Is Expro really going to still contest this? Lost his teammates. Somehow finds a frag. Impressive stuff. That's going to pull RAkaze off A, in fact. And now these players explode out. Mosaic on the angle. Right eye. Peeking out towards Dota. Those fights are always so beneficial if there's no flashbangs pushing you back. And wow. Despite the trade from Expro, it doesn't look like it's going to be a lot of a contest. That kill is nice. But there's still a lot of work yet left to be done. And no utility. How do you get the bomb down? How do you get near the bomb site? There's so many players enveloping you now.
Ellie having a little look in. The bomb can be dropped in Temple if he overextends. Fortunately, he won't, but you're spot on. With no utility and a Deagle and an AK, how will LVG going to get a bomb down here? He got an aggro. This is risky. Gets a tag, looking for yet another to confirm the kill. I have another idea. Bomb down. Expro alone. This one's done. Dead in the water. Mercury will see it off. Is it any question to us that Mercury's still farming? Absolutely not. Brilliant stuff. RAkaze regain the lead just briefly. Take a lead back in their favor, 7-6. Heading into the penultimate round of this half, it's been a lot better from them in these latter few rounds where we saw them have a bit of a hiccup through the middle part.
It's still a good round haul. They lost pistol. They lost pistol, and they're still keeping this very competitive in raw scoreline. So yeah, indeed, throwing the map bias, and Lynn Vision shouldn't be panicking. That's the main thing. You're always going to lose some rounds on T-side of Ancient. It's just so difficult to isolate good fights, to get space for free. And this one's more of an eco. Eagle's in the mix, bit of armor, no real utility, so we should expect this to be fairly plain sailing for the Rare Adams squad. But out of nowhere, we're in a 2-on-2, and suddenly this round's been called into question. Rifles recovered, there's plenty of time on the clock, and look at Xhaka. 40 chess. He knows the players must have rotated A, and he's exploiting the gap. He's got the whole half of the map to himself right now.
For RAkaze, I guess the body system, not a bad way to play, especially since you've got an MP9 in play, but this can be an easy plan coming through. They've cleared the close angles. They know all too well. For Xhaka, get that bomb down, set up in the post plant, and, flip the pressure the other way. So let's do it. Actually, no way is he going to wrap all the way around. Surely not. Okay, no. That would have been a little bit too smart in this sense. Bomb will go down. Rotation coming through. Where do they expect the CTs to come from? Where's Xhaka going to post up? I think he's expecting CT aggression. Advent's already into his cave.
Bombs planted for this side, so they should stick around in these back lanes. And while Xhaka's posted up, there's nobody coming from this direction. There's even a molly actually on Xhaka, so if that can be deployed at just the right time, this is going to come oh so difficult. Xhaka trying to reposition, but Mercury, perfect timing on the angle. 2 clean headshots. Oh my lord. Every time he's called upon, he delivers. Every single time. This kid, he's out of this universe. He hasn't put a foot wrong so far in this playoffs.
You're a big fan, aren't you, Alan? You're a big fan.
I actually am. I've got a tattoo.
You got to have Mercury tattoo. I mean, he has been, lights out. I mean, even looking back towards yesterday, like we said, right, when he is dropping 34 kills in a map, you're thinking, this kid's special, and he just continues to be so as well. I mean, what a player. What a round from him. Only got a 1.45 rating overall within this event so far, but my God, has he been impressive. The question is, for him, can he continue that onto the T side? The T side range is so difficult to find success, and I think 6 rounds from Lynn Vision actually is pretty good in the grand scheme of things. 15 for final. RAkaze, in my eyes, they sort of need a 9th.
Bit of mid control. Bombs over towards A main. Intentions are pretty clear. They want to split the A bomb site. RAkaze already posted up. They need a cheeky play. They need some utility to deal with this angle, or it's going to be hard. Donut is seeded as Jamyoung falls back in towards CT. Someone's got to cover that mid-window flank. And now the information play comes in on B from RAkaze. They know nobody's here. They're sprinting to get back to this A side of the map. And I think that smoke from RAkaze on towards A main will buy them this time, will allow the rotation. RAkaze actually playing wide. This is risky business.
Jesus.
Oh my Lord. He could get a peek from both angles. Okay, he thinks better of it. That's a good thing. And now he's set up. I think we're looking good. First frag found. Flash goes out, ready to repeat. Jamyoung comes through that CT smoke. He's ready to help out. RAkaze has been rock solid so often on Ancient. Bomb is going to get planted, but there's such little control here for Lynn Vision. They've got Donut, but that's about it. Cheeky boost from Jamyoung. Spots out Zaka. Shots exchanged, but no frag as RAkaze plays close to this smoke. There's so much going on in this afterplan. So much utility set to fade. And surely the fights are soon to follow. RAkaze not going to take that initial duel. LVGWestmeloN peeking wide. Goes down to Mercury. Starry finds one. Expro another. And now it's looking dire. Bomb is well ticked. There are kits in the mix, but there's no more utility. And Starry up close makes it even more difficult. Bomb tap comes in, but we're running out of time. We are fast running out of time. RAkaze, no way!
Oh,
oh my Lord. That's a way to end a half. What have I just witnessed? How did Lynn win that?
Jesus, that was the finest of margins. But this game has been the final score 8-7 at the half, ladies and gentlemen. Lynn Vision on their map pick, at least keeping it competitive. And how it's in towards this CT side, a great opportunity to continue. We'll have to wait and see after the break.
You love it, you wear it. What's your style? Get your merch at shop.eslgaming.com.
Second half underway. Map 1 of this upper bracket semi-final. This is Lynn Vision's pick. It was a little bit ropey. It was a little bit crazy. But they made it up to 7 rounds without winning pistol. And being the T side of Ancient, that is a good affair. Now coming onto this CT side, you've got to be feeling happy if you're them. And if you can find this pistol, suddenly this becomes your map to lose.
100%. I think, well, of course, we cast our minds back to the previous pistol where it was a 5-on-5 B hit when the Julies found all 5 kills. This time, a little more methodical approach by RAkaze. Mid-control being taken here. Got a bit of util to work with on the back of Advent as well. And cars, they just have a little peer in towards A. It's very slow, very methodical, but it could work in their favor.
Are they going to end this way? Because Mazay is still outside B. There's a lot of options here. Looks like we're just taking mid-control and seeing what happens on either of the sides. Bit of a fight in towards Zaka. And if they can find this kill, suddenly this round becomes a heck of a lot easier. Kills found elsewhere. B bomb site wide open. And you've still got Kazi on the flank. This is perfect. This couldn't have gone any better.
No, this is brilliant. Double stacking towards Jaguar. I mean, for Nelly and Starry, the 2 stars of this side, they have to pull off something monumental. And they're being hailed. Everyone knows they're coming this way. It's the only place they could come from. First spotted. Starry taking a fight. Not gonna find too much though, just a little tap. 2 versus 5, it feels dead in the water. But there's a possibility. The only thing that's a problem is no kit.
No nades either. It's also a question of you're not really saving much here, so might as well look for some jewels. One comes out from Nelly, but the bomb is so far ticks. As mentioned, no kit in play. They're not surviving this one. RAkaze are going to pick up the pistol. Both pistols found. Which, of course, has got a long way to their scoreline thus far. But can't fault them. Their pistol rounds have looked mightily different on both sides. But both went perfectly.
Really well played. I mean, that mid-split coming through as well, it gives them, just a wealth of opportunities of how they want to play it. And it works perfectly for them. I think for Lynn Vision, they may be slightly overcomplicated it for themselves, right? In terms of they were going for all these kind of individualistic plays and it didn't work out. Even that stacking towards Donut, a couple of plays over there didn't work in their favor. Expecting a good wrap. Expro will be tested in. Molotov will force him back. A 5-7 at this sort of range can be a problem, but he's forced away from the agenda. Only an MP9 for Lynn Vision. It's a full investment, but so little brought to the table.
Lynn Vision have said, we've got a lesser buy. We have to take some sort of risk, and that risk is going to be a B stack. An A stack, even. Not looking correct at the moment. Lynn Vision and bombs over here. We've got 4 players looking for jewels, defaulting through. Counter smoke comes in from Westmelon. That will block off the cave area for now. And actually, Jamyung's probing. Jamyung is probing in towards Donut. Big jewel over towards there. Finds a frag. This may draw the rest of RAkaze over. But actually, they look pretty steadfast. Jamyung's just going to kill everybody.
He didn't stop moving.
They're going B, guys. This is not an A hit. That's incredible.
Bomb still needs to go down, but the double smoke's coming through as well. They're more than happy. Get this planted, get themselves set up. A RAP is coming through, and Advent seems to have a fairly decent idea. Make sure he doesn't overextend back in towards CT. And actually, I think it might be a safe call. Khalil, MP9. It's better than nothing. Maybe just leave Westmelon on this Deagle to try and have a little poke around. If you can find an exit, that'll be nice. But this is Lynn Vision in a really precarious spot. The start to their CT side has not been a dream. Losing the pistol, like we saw in towards the first round, yeah, that's fine. But that full buy having very little effect or impact on this game, that'll force them into a bit of a janky one towards the next. They've got no money to buy around it. I mean, Zaka, even if he wanted to force, it's not going to be pretty. MP9 at the very most. And Vision, they're in a horrible spot. I think probably for them, the best option is just to stick around that 2K mark in terms of cash and have a full reset heading into round number 19. They can't really, I think in my eyes, afford to force into this next round. It will come back to bite them.
No, you should just play another similar round. You've got a bit of a save. Even Starry can drop his pistol over, and that's what's happened. Yep. So we can go again. We can go again on the force buy. They'd love to do some more economic damage. You only got 1 kill that time. And that's the thing you're scared of here. You don't want RAkaze to bank up loads of cash and have so much breathing room as we really get into the gun rounds, the meat of the second half. So let's get a little bit more done. It's a slow default really from RAkaze. A bit of control up here towards the catwalk, but he peeked, swinging out. No nades. Just peeking. 2 kills found. Wow. turning on the tip of its head is this round. WestmeloN is traded in the end, but it doesn't matter. Starry's found another. They're so aggressive. They're so willing to take these mid fights, and it's worked perfectly. 3-on-2 now. B bomb site is seeded, but there's a lot of work here to do for RAkaze. Bomb needs to be recovered. These two guys need to group up, and all it does is give more and more time for RAkaze for Lynn Vision to collect guns and get in a better position.
That's it. Bomb down as well. Rotation coming through with Messiah low on HP, 35 points. What does he do from here? Pick up the bomb and even getting a plant to be so difficult because Starry's got a pretty decent idea. If he goes the elevated angle here, that'll change things. But no, Messiah should be able to comfortably collect it and make his way and join his teammate RAkaze on towards the site. But he is being flanked. It's all about timing. Whoever sees who first wins the round here. And I think Extra's got a good idea. There's Messiah holding. Oh my god. The finest of margins. Back turned. Bomb down. Round one.
Oof. What a tough pill to swallow. That bomb is not getting recovered. Indeed it isn't. Starry, man of the hour, 2 important frags. And RAkaze stumble. We haven't seen them stumble really at all during these playoffs.
No.
And they fall here to the pistols. This wasn't, as mentioned, this isn't the force buy. This is some saves. And just getting a bit aggressive in mid, finding all the fights. Where was the utility from RAkaze? Where was the cohesive play we've seen at other times? They've dropped the ball here. And that was very uncharacteristic. Lynn Vision are right back in this map now.
They are. They really are. I mean, that has completely changed the tide. I mean, fullback going up both ways. I mean, I guess for RAkaze, it's not as comfortable, especially that Tech 9 in the hands of Mercury. But Zaka goes for a pop shot and takes a lot of damage on exit as well. Down to 20. One straight nade. He's going to have a real tough time in towards this round. But for now, RAkaze, they're more than happy to post up and hope and wait for overextensions to try and punish.
Just a slow default. Nothing too much here. As RAkaze start thinking about what control do we want? Where do you want to push towards? The only scary part for them is you got one smoke. And you'd love to save that for the site hit. Especially if Zaka is anywhere around you. So a lot of focus now on just buddying up, trading through angles, keeping it simple. And in comes that cave control. They could consider taking in further, but there's a bit of a two-man setup from WestmeloN and X-Pro. Mercury would be very unwise to peek this on his own. A bit of a pre-fire, but nothing else. There goes that mid-control, so it might be a lot of control here for RAkaze, but we got no nades. We got basically no nades. Kaze somehow finds smoke on the ground by the look of it. That could come in handy. Starry to the up angle, finds the first. They're lining up. Advent actually finds a team kill. 2-for-1 trade. They'll love that with Lynn Vision. But these trades are flipping way back in the favor of RAkaze. Molotov is going to slow down these donut players. But as soon as they come through, surely Bomb is going to get planted.
Great nade as well. Kaze down to 52. Home sets up. And Mosaic stepping up. Traded. If he'd held on the fort, it could be a different story. In that smoke, WestmeloN has to be the one to deny. That low HP on towards the AWP is going to be problematic. And he steps up as well. Advent all alone. 66 points. Bomb is time to be smoked off, but he's going to find a messy spray and he'll be punished by WestmeloN. 2 kills to his name. And Lynn Vision go within 1.
Massive 2v2. Massive 2v2 win. That felt like RAkaze's round when the bomb was getting planted. Colossal retake. They had not a lot in the bank here. This could have slipped massively in the other direction if they'd lost this after plant. It was a great try by RAkaze after losing numbers scaling onto the site, but it wasn't enough. And now they've got to swallow their pride. It's just the pistols in play. Lynn Vision starting to justify their map pick. As a reminder, guys, they lost both pistols. They lost both pistols. They didn't get immediate resets either. They've had to battle so hard. They've actually outperformed a fair amount here in the gun rounds.
That's the thing that concerns you. RAkaze, they are so hot and cold in some of these gun rounds. Sometimes dominant, you know, 1 or no casualties. And other times you see rounds like that where it looked like it was set up on a plate and the trade's not working out in their favor. Smoke's coming through. That'll deny any presence for Mercury. These pistols, I can't expect too much from them. For RAkaze, if they can find a bomb plant, that'd be lovely. That'd be nice. Not impossible, but it kind of feels improbable against this full buy and a whole host of utility that Lynn Vision have got to work with.
Where's Mazea on that deagle? Number 9. He's over towards A. It's probably their best chance at a frag. I guess X-Pro's pretty well on his own right now. That Molotov is going to utterly upset a lot of the RARADM guys. They just threw their smoke to take mid.
Yeah.
And now the game's kind of give it up. Xpro's on the angle. Starry can just turn around when needed. Starry can turn around when we need it. There we go. He's over here now. I wouldn't expect a great deal more because these players are just getting massacred in the L bend. Zaka. Okay. He's okay. He's been bailed out. It's just Advent. Low HP. He'll be taken down. And that's clean stuff overall. 4 alive. Lynn Vision. Money in the bank. This is their map to lose. They're in prime position. CT side, money in the bank. They picked this. They surely have some good ideas on the CT side. Couldn't be going better, really.
And we said as well, right, coming in towards this map, we were saying this veto is extremely risky for Lynn Vision because, you know, if you look at all 3 maps as individually, they're favorable towards RARATM. And you're thinking, this is a massive gamble taken by Lynn Vision. They're picking up into a map in which RARATM were happy to pick into themselves and picked yesterday and won relatively convincingly. So you're thinking, for Lynn Vision, they've got to, at least from, you know, previous scrims or when we've seen them, it's stuff, you know, outside of officials, they've got a good idea and a confidence that they are the better side on this map. And hey, credit to them, it's worked, right? They've obviously spent a lot of time scrimming against each other. I mean, with that region being so small and, you know, ping being such an issue, they will play each other all the time in as a practice. And hey, Lynn Vision, they knew, right? They knew that this was a good map for them, especially against RARATM. It is working wonders right now. 10 to 10. The CT side looking comfortable. RARATM looking extremely uncomfortable. Yes, they've got a full buy. Yes, they've got rifles to work with and the whole host of utility. But a similar scenario that we've kind of touted time and time again. If they cannot find this round of 21, they're reset. Back to nothing. Back to square one. And Lynn Vision starting to quite considerably pull away.
Mercury's called off. He's not been the monster he was on that CT side. He's been on 16 kills for a while.
Agreed, yeah.
So we need to see him. You know, he's one of the most aggressive players on this team. He's always set up to take duels. We can see him towards this B side. And that's what he's doing this round. He wants to fight. He wants to get aggressive. But Zach is in the right place. And this has been Mercury in this half. As great a player as he is, as mechanically gifted, he just hasn't been working out. He hasn't been able to isolate those duels. And fundamentally, Lynn Vision are not allowing those opportunities. Another entry, a 5-on-4. They're looking so comfortable right now.
I'm getting worried. I'm getting really concerned for RARATM. Boosted up. Looking for elevator angle. Looking for a pick. One spotted. Jamie get away his ruse. Smoke to come through. A flash, in fact. He wants to take a peek and that'll work wonders. Jamie needs to be extremely careful. His numbers up. The ruse is dropped and Nelly will drop him. Jamie to fall. Numbers starting to fall very favorably over towards that CT side of Mosaic. Have to pull off wonders here. A labored spray and Starry to punish. He has seriously stepped up on his own as well. In a little bit of a quiet T side, but my God, Starry's been quite scary on towards that CT.
Are they just going to save? I don't know what else you can do in this sort of position. It's always a tricky one because you don't want your economy out of balance. Can really throw a wrench in the work down the line. Advent peaks. Okay, good adjustment. Good adjustment. With the spray transfer of the centuries, maybe that round could be impossible, but wasn't to be. And Lynn Vision... Ooh, I think they went 4-4 at one point, but I think it's the first time they've been in the lead. It's, the complexity of this game has changed so much, and again, the pistol rounds went the way of RARATM. These are gun round heavy wins for Lynn Vision. They're really justifying their map pick right now.
Yeah, they're so one-sided as well. I mean, you really never see the RARATM ever look like they've got some, you know, comfortability in these T-side rounds. It is being seriously one-sided. A lot of credit to Lynn Vision, the way in which they've set themselves up on CT. Great map control, great aggression, it's controlled. And at times in the chaos, that's where they thrive. 11-2-10 CT side. As you rightfully mentioned, Alan, this is their map to lose now. I can't see a world in which they do as well.
I was going to say one angle could be losing around like this, but... Ooh, that's become a world more difficult. It's going to actually be an A fake from RARATM. Utility's flying over with that bomb. Instead of heading over to the cliff. It doesn't matter. Xpro, right place, right time. 3-man spray down makes it easy. Easy.
Wow.
As Lynn Vision streaked to 12. And wow, I think I need to see some pauses from RARATM. They need to have a discussion because this has spiraled out of control. They won the pistol round. They won the pistol round in the second half and just haven't built any momentum off the back of it.
Yeah, pistol, force, go the way RARATM. You're thinking, okay, it's a great work. They've got the opening 2 rounds, they're now up to double digits, and they haven't got anything since. This has been one-sided, and I think you're spot on. They need to call attack here. They cannot afford to just continue to let this train run. If they lose this round, before they go into the next full buy, they have to pause. They have to just have a conversation. RAkaze needs to kind of rally the troops a little bit because they look deflated right now. 12 to 10. And Lynn Vision, they're on the road to success right now, and it is looking considerably done already.
Look here from RAkaze, trying to get aggressive in towards mid. That's a nice trade. But Zaka, ever present. He's played so many rounds on this B side, on this A side of the map. He's a little bit pinched. He's a little bit pinched. Caught in two minds. Okay, caught from behind. Frags all over the place. Lack of utility down from this T side means plenty of sight lines open. Now it's being dropped. Trying to get planted. Nelly, you really going to attempt that? Gets punished. 2v2. Messiah picks up AWP. Can't connect. And we're looking all towards Advent. The veteran player on this team. He's been around for so long. He has to draw upon all that experience, but it's not going to matter. Lynn Vision, again, the second massive retake on this side of the map. Whoa, RAkaze just can't break through. They're getting openings, they're getting space, but they just cannot close these rounds.
It started so well as well. Once they opened donut control, the Molotov, while I don't think it was really, you know, too tactical or aimed by any sense, the one that they threw in towards mid denied that two players rotating through. I mean, it really did actually end up helping them massively, but hey, 3-round lead for Lynn Vision and 3 rounds away from seeing themselves at the all-elusive 16 and taking their map pick of Ancient and giving them such a boost of confidence heading in towards Nuke. And we know that RAkaze are beatable on Nuke. I mean, they weren't exactly comfortable yesterday against Wings Up, and I would tempt that Lynn Vision on the better side. Mercury opening things up. Starry, other ideas, and he'll trade them out with next bro. Bit labored for the drop jam young. They're the two important fraggers dead already.
What's the next move? What's the next move? We've kind of got nothing. We haven't got mid. We've given up B. Lynn Vision can see that. They got all this control. And what's the next play? X-Pro. Take him out of his gives him that cheeky angle. I don't think he needed to. I don't think he needed to as a man advantage. And now they've lost mid information. Westmelon's juggling two entirely open positions. Even so, Zach is making hell of a read. There's no info here. This is a full guess. And we've got 2 players on A. At just the right time, they decide to rotate off as that doubt seeds in their mind. Starry trying to back off just about. Stays alive with the help of Zaka. And the lack of nades here towards CT is the undoing. Lynn Vision are going to make it up to 14 on their map pick and map. Yesterday, they looked so clean for RAkaze up against one of the other best teams in the entire region on a map like Ancient. Wow. Lynn Vision are making quite a statement here towards the end.
I think as well, this could have potentially some longer-term implications as well. I mean, RAkaze, they have looked deflated for the entire of their T side. And now, of course, when they go in towards Nuke, it's going to be more of the same, right? You know, RAkaze will be starting on their T side. You'd assume anyway, unless Lynn Vision want to start there. But more often than not, teams will start on the CT. This is going to get really, really uncomfortable. I think for RAkaze, thankfully, they call a pause. My God, I mean, it already does feel a bit kind of too little too late, though. I can't lie. Lynn Vision are 2 rounds away from taking their map pick in such a dominant fashion, especially in comparison to it being RAkaze. And this could really, you know, have some longer-term effects, like I said, in towards Nuke, where if this side continues to remain deflated, the morale in a bit of a rough spot, and they can't kind of get out this sort of mental headspace, Nuke's going to be a rough showing too.
Imagine a quick discussion there of whether to fully invest. They've gone for a half buy. Mosaic says, I'm going to hero AK. We've got to at least give ourselves a chance going into this round. They're really looking towards the next, though. They're kind of seeding 15 by not fully investing, not throwing the whole kitchen sink into this one. But they need to have a quick discussion of what do we do? Their defaults are they're just getting picked apart. Lynn Vision is so comfortable holding onto the map. And we're never getting towards a site in a positive scenario. We've only had those couple after plants on A. And even those were far from convincing. So I think we need a discussion. Do we just fully simplify this and just go 5 towards one side of the map? Because the defaults, the slow stuff, fundamentally has all gone the way of Lynn Vision.
Yeah. How do they play this? I mean, I would hate to be in that RAkaze camp trying to make a call here because everything they've tried doesn't seem to work. I mean, I'd say their aggression in terms of taking map control has been a bit of a positive, but it's just how they see off simple rounds. Post-spawns haven't exactly been their best friend. They're just flying out towards A. No one's there to meet them. It's a 5-on-5 retake.
Okay, he's going through. What? That was too much. That was way too much. He could hear everything. He knew players were on the bomb site. And they've got all the nades in the world. They had 5 alive. You can play retake. They still have donut control. This is not a horrid position. And now there's a window, a weapon handed over as well to RAkaze in a round that should have been a gimme. In the one that should have put them onto map point to close out their map pick. There's massive doubt thrown into the mix. Jamyoung's taken low, but now the game's given up. Players trying to swarm the bomb site, but there's so many angles to clear. Great trading, great spacing, but it doesn't matter. Mazaya, hero AK coming into play. He's the hero this round, and there's no time. Lynn Vision have given RAkaze potentially the only window that there could have been into this game. And you've got to look at Starry and say, that was one hell of a push, and you should never have done that.
Yeah, I mean, that decision-making was just, simply put, terrible from Starry. I mean, why are you swinging through? And it's not even like he swung through with utilities. Oh, it was dry. I mean, it's really rough to see. Two players waiting for his aggression. They can hear him flying through that smoke. So, Tech and I, that's at a range. Only one outcome. Lynn Vision, that should have been a 15th without really any problems. Played it slow, played for a 5-on-5 retake. I mean, they've been great in retakes. They've won so many of them in a man disadvantage. Never mind 5-on-5. And on the A side too, that was the best opportunity. They've more or less guaranteed this map going in their favor. And they've opened the doors to RAkaze here. Yuta coming through, double stacking towards Donut. Jamyoung, how does he clear this? Does he expect Starry tucked in close?
Nades are flying over on towards A. It might be a bit of a fake. I don't see why they would try to split it this fast. Nothing on towards window. Let Zaka takes a fight. Mercury fortunately trades, and he's got a lot of space to play with. A lot of space. Smokes off the CT side.
Oh no.
But it leaves him exposed. Oh, this round is extremely messy as this bomb makes its way on towards B. Lynn Vision seem convinced, given the A nades, given the mid pressure, that the hit is there. So they have given a lot of ground on B, but they should be okay. They have a man advantage, they have kits, and they should have learned their lesson from the previous round to just play together and be on the same page. Yeah,
you hope, right? Car's like holding knees to find the shot and turns at the worst time. That more or less sums up RAkaze's C side. Unlucky, unfortunate, and of course, not really expecting. Great shot from Expro. Bomb dropped as well. The round looking like it might potentially be done. Mosaic will find himself a trade, but takes a whole heap of damage. With 35 seconds in a 2 versus 3. This is looking uncomfortable. He pushed the Molotov Expro as well. Don't do this. Surely not. Okay, not bad. Mosaic will fall. Can't stay all alone. Pop shot with the ult. Won't quite find the target, but a 1 versus 3 with 20 seconds. I think this one is done. The IGL, the veteran of this team, of this scene, has to step up huge here. And he will. No, he won't sit the bomb plant. Enemy drops. Consolation kill, but that's all it is. Lynn Vision up to 15, and Alan, this one feels done.
It's looking that way. Most certainly is. Handed the slimmest of the lifelines to the previous fight. Despite being in an okay position for a lot of this round, just couldn't hold that site, couldn't prevent the onslaught. As Lynn Vision rotated in, and outside of a few mistakes, the CD side has been brilliant. It's been brilliant. They've had so much control. They've been so fluid. The rotates have been on point. They're playing well together. Terribly proactive half as well, so it's hard for RAkaze to get the space for free. And now, the RAkaze squad, the favourites by many to win the whole tournament, are staring down the barrel of losing the first map here. A map where they looked brilliant yesterday. And even though it's the map pick of their opponents, don't underestimate the psychology of this one. When they looked so brilliant yesterday, they looked good at times in this first half. So this map is slipping a long way out of their grasp.
Looking great, I gotta say. This has been a rough T side from RAkaze, and it does really spark some worry for me heading in towards Nuke, because Ancient, most CT-sided map in the pool. Nuke, the second most CT-sided map in the pool, as we, currently speak in terms of the competitive nature of the pro level. Westmelon, one double as well off the back of the Molotov. Numbers favour Lynn Vision, but a retake ensues.
They're just falling by the wayside. Falling by the wayside. Flashes raining over as Starry takes all this ground in towards the back lines. Hasn't actually got a lot of help. So he does get taken down at the end. But with only RAkaze remaining, veteran called upon again to pull some heroics out of the bag. And it's not going to be enough. Zaka ends it. Brilliant CT display from him. Lynn Vision, again, despite losing pistol rounds galore, they make it go brilliantly on the gun rounds. They lost barely any towards the end. And we questioned the map pick. We said it might be a bad idea. Well, I'm glad to be wrong, because they look great for Ancient.
Does make me wonder as well, if Lynn Vision can clean up their pistol rounds, this is a completely dominant side. I mean, in every facet. I think RAkaze, they've got